Now there is one thing that I do like about the metric system. If you have spent your entire life weighing yourself in pounds, and then all of a sudden you start weighing yourself in kilograms, oh my God, I love it. It like makes you feel skinny because it cuts your weight in half pretty much. I've never seen a number that low on the scale since I was a child. And while I know it's the same weight, for just a second, I get to be like, so you think I'm skinny? It is funny to me like how pressed people get about the metric system. Like I had people telling me that I was ignorant for not using Celsius. I don't think Celsius is like a civil rights issue or a belief system. Like I don't think I hurt Celsius's feelings. I think Celsius will be just fine. Now there is something here in Finland that like always raised red flags for me, and I couldn't figure out why until just recently. And that's when people are like, well, it's just better because it's made in Finland. And for the longest time, whenever someone said that to me, I kind of like backed up a little bit and it made me feel icky. And I finally figured out it's because I'm American. And when you are raised in America, you are subject to American propaganda, even if like it's unintentional, like my parents are not pushing this on me, but like things around me are pushing it on me. And so my whole life, you're kind of taught that like things are better in America. Things are better when they're American made. It's better in America, right? And then you grow up and you get more educated and you travel and you realize that that's just not true. So then when I hear that in Finland about Finnish things, it triggers that same part of my brain that like the American propaganda does. And so I'm always like, give me a reason why. If you can give me a reason why it's better, like it's safer, it's made with better ingredients, cleaner ingredients, it's been tested more, what have you, then I'm totally fine. But when someone's like, it's just better because it's Finnish, it still gives me those icky feelings. And that's not to say that like something isn't better, but as an American who's like now out in the world, I do think it's my responsibility to like ask questions and educate myself and not just accept things when they're told to me like a lot of people in America do. I've learned that in Finland, people tend to be more quiet in public because they don't like to disturb the peace of others. And how do you guys eavesdrop then? Aren't you guys nosy? Like for me, the best part of Americans being loud in public is that I get to eavesdrop on their conversation. And then you turn to the people at your table and you're like, oh my God, did you hear what those people just said? And you're like, do you think they're on a first date? Do you think they're cheating on their significant others? Like that's part of the fun of being out in public, like at a bar or a restaurant, a cafe, because like you get to insert yourself into other people's drama. And I know that's like a very American thing for me to say, like, we like to insert ourselves into other people's drama. We just do. And I do find it funny because I hear all the time, you know, Finns eat so much healthier than Americans. And that is true to a certain extent, but I'm in the grocery stores here and I'm inserting myself into people's business. I am looking into people's carts and they do not look any different than American people's carts. They are just as full of frozen foods and processed foods and packaged beverages. And sure, the frozen and processed and packaged things are healthier here in Finland, but like you would think the way that people talk on social media that every single Finn does every single thing from scratch. And that's just not true. Oh well. And portion size wise, I would say things are pretty similar between America and Finland. That's a question I get a lot. And like, if I go to our nice restaurant in town and I get a burger and fries, it's the same exact size as it would be in America. Or if I get a plate of pasta, it's the same size as it would be in America. And like, I guess American like fast food drinks can be bigger, but I've seen some pretty big ones here at Hesburger as well. So I'm yet to see the small European portion sizes, but that could also just be because I have a husband who eats a lot. And the restaurants here are good. The couple restaurants that I've been to in Finland, because we don't go out to eat that much here. Once I make money, that will change because I love going out to eat. I love being in restaurants. But the restaurants I've been to here in Finland, like in our little town in Turku, are good. Like they're delicious. I don't find them being much different than good American restaurants. I will say that I feel like the menus are a little bit less imaginative in Finland. Like every restaurant has like a burger, some pastas, some salads, some pizzas, and then some kind of like meat dishes, you know, like a chicken dish or a steak. They have appetizers, but there's nothing ever like really funky or something that calls out to me on the menu like, oh, I have to try that because it's so different. Personally, I would love to see Finnish restaurants experiment more with like Mexican fusion because the fish here is so good. And I love like a fish taco or a fish burrito. And I feel like that could just be like an amazing combo here in Finland, especially in the summer when you're like eating outside or eating by the water. Oh my God, with like a mango salsa on it. But I really do enjoy the restaurant pizzas here in Finland. Like the pizza shop pizzas aren't very good, but the restaurant pizzas are really good. And it's just like a whole different thing. Like a restaurant pizza is different than a pizza shop pizza anywhere in the world. But I feel like the restaurant pizzas in Finland are really delicious and really imaginative. Like I've had some really cool stuff on pizzas here. Like I had pomegranate on a pizza here my very first time in Finland, and I really love that. I really love imaginative pizzas. And maybe like the most American thing about me is that I love ranch with my pizza. I almost don't want to eat, I got lipstick on my tooth. I almost don't want to eat pizza if I can't dip the crust in ranch. And I feel like Finns can make a really fresh, delicious restaurant ranch. So if you have a restaurant here in Finland and you serve pizzas, make me a ranch.